cut a lot, and hopefully it goes here.
Perfect world, you don't have to cut anything, right?
Yeah, that's the easiest way. Always if I do an interview with writing, that's what I need to check my notes as well, and then I put it on. It's another way doing online journalism right now, and we try to get our page running, but it's working quite well. Money is okay, but I wouldn't love to be on the other side.
Yeah.
Because it's going down. We see how. So it's quite fun to do it. So here you go. This is okay. It's a little bit like this.
Perfect.
Okay, sitting here with Taylor Canfield from US Virgin Islands, world champion in match racing. You won last season, and we're sitting here at beautiful Lake Constance. We just had our 3 flights. How did it start for you, the match race Germany?
Oh, it was great. We started the morning off with a record of 2-1, so 2 wins, 1 loss, and like you said, it's gorgeous here and a great venue, minus the slight lack of wind we had this morning. We were a little bit delayed with the starting this morning, and finally just enough breeze to get it going. So, again, it's been great so far.
We had a nice match as well, and you were leading like 5 boat lengths or more. So the start was okay, but finally, I mean, what is it? What do you think you make you guys better doing it professionally?
Oh, probably the biggest thing is just competing with the same group of guys all the time, and we're very, accustomed with racing with each other and very comfortable, and we're other than the World Match Race Tour racing, we try to do as much sailing together as we can, which I think helps a lot. And I have a great team. It's Hayden Goodrick, Mike Ray, Dan Morris, and Rod Dawson here with me this week. And
yeah, I remember Rod Dawson. I think I sailed in former times laser against him. He's a pretty good guy, and he sailed with Peter Gilmore as well a lot, huh?
Yeah, he's done pretty much everything in the sailing world, and he did a lot of the World Match Race Tour with Peter Gilmore. He won 3 Match Race World Championships with Peter prior to the one that we won last year. So he's done, America's Cup, TP52s, you name it.
Yeah. So how does this help? I mean, he's doing the main sheet and tactician. How do you work together? Is he calling the shots? Is he doing the decisions, or how do you work it out on your boat?
Yeah, he obviously brings a lot of experience to the team and maturity, him being the oldest by a good bit on the team. But yeah, we try to, just have a conversation all the way around the race course, and when it comes down to more of the boat-on-boat situations, I'll usually take the role of making the decision, and then when we're just sailing on our own a bit more, he'll make the tactical call, and I'll just react.
You came pretty fast in the game and were gaining your positioning for the last year pretty fast on the circuit. How does it work? I mean, you're sailing in Chicago, do you?
Yeah, so what kind of launched my whole match racing career was working at the Chicago Match Race Center. Right after I graduated from college, I went to work at the Match Race Center and was just exposed to it all the time. I was doing umpiring, coaching, racing myself, and I was just doing so much sailing at the time that it just helped up my game a lot. So that was very beneficial, and now they're one of our sponsors as well as our official training center. So we're definitely going to spend a good bit of time in Chicago this year training for all the tour events.
So you started a company really, like with this Match Race Center, or is it? Yeah.
I personally did not start it. I just stepped in as a sailing director, and a native Chicago guy actually started, Don Wilson. So he's just an avid match racer himself, and he wanted to bring match racing to Chicago rather than him having to travel with a family and all that. So they brought it to Lake Michigan, and it's been great ever since. Yeah.
And you started in Chicago?
No, I started match racing.
You studied? What did you study? How you came to Chicago?
I actually went to school in Boston.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Boston, Massachusetts, and I went to Boston College and studied economics, and actually competed on the sailing team at Boston College, and there's a great college circuit around the U.S., which is tremendous for me to get involved with, and also learn how to sail in very challenging venues, because every venue is different, and you travel to a new one every weekend almost.
Okay. And then did you ever you finished your studies, and then did you start working, or do you started sailing professional for a longer time right now, or?
Yeah, so after studying at Boston College, I went straight to Chicago and started, as the director of sailing, and then I also got into some professional sailing as well. So basically, right after my college education, I hopped right into it, and I think that's been great. Just the amount of time I've been able to spend on the water has been amazing. So
now you make your living with sailing. Is it possible with the match race tour?
Yeah, for sure. It's difficult. It's if you have a good year on the World Match Racing Tour, you can definitely make some money.
And you had a good year.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the team had a great year last year, obviously, and we did make a little bit of money, but again, it's nice to have something as a backup, and it's my passion, so I enjoy doing it.
In former time, the match race circuit was a path to the America's Cup. I mean, now it's not that obvious. Although we have the Luna Rossa guys in here, match racing is still the America's Cup. Do you find a path through as well?
Yeah, the sport has obviously changed a lot. With the foiling catamarans at this point in the Cup, and it obviously is still match racing, but has become less and less important as the boats start to go faster and faster, and the technology continues to rise. I think that's kind of their main concern for all the teams, is just being at the cutting edge technology all the time. And whereas before, they basically had reached the top end of the technology, so all the boats were starting to equal out, and it became more of a match racing game. So, I think eventually, if they continue to stick with the same catamaran for a number of years, I think it could turn back into a match racing game. Obviously, a little bit different, but it'll definitely help things once everyone reaches that top level, and they know what's fast and what isn't.
So did Larry already called?
Oh, no call from Larry yet.
You're waiting?
Yeah, we're waiting. Definitely, like I said, we have a really young team, and most from the U.S. So we are looking to get into a lot of catamaran sailing, and hopefully starting with the Extreme 40s and maybe the GC32s next year. Yeah. To give us the catamaran experience, to add on to all the match racing we've done in the past couple of years. So, between the two of those, if you have both of those nailed down, you should be a perfect candidate.
Great, yeah. So the protocol is just out for the new 35th America's Cup. What's your opinion about it? Is it good for you guys to find a path through to the America's Cup?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's them downsizing the boats a bit, and making all the regulations where the challengers can only have one boat. It's made the game more affordable for a lot of the syndicates. So I think that has opened up potential opportunities for more teams and syndicates to get involved, which is obviously great for the sport, and as well as individual sailors like myself that are looking to get involved. So the one downside of it, I guess, is cutting the team by a significant amount. Yeah, only 8 people on the AC62. So you're gonna have to be still at the top of your game to get involved.
Yeah. So does it help to sail a Bavaria 40 here on this lake? I mean, is it pretty slow compared to a foiling catamaran?
Yeah, I think it's great just to continue sailing and staying sharp. I think match racing is the best type of sailing you can do to improve all of your sailing, and it's just maneuvering and reacting in that split second that you need to make a decision. And I think even in the smaller boats, one little mistake is even that much more costly. So just being able to develop a plan and follow through with all the maneuvers and the crew work is really important.
So how do you feel for your event here, first day?